Remember to go through the top slot of the buckle, like this. We do the same on the other side. Okay, here are our paddle components. I'm going to assemble the paddle first to show you how you would have it if you're using both blades for paddling. That's in the long shaft position. You can remove the extension, which is this piece, and make it shorter. Some people prefer it shorter. Okay, on the Kayacat you have straps each side where you can secure the paddle. I'm going to show you how we use the different components of the paddle, the different functions on the Kayacat. This section becomes our dagger board, but we're not using it as a dagger board for sailing. We can use it for paddling the Kayacat. This is where the dagger board goes, in here. And on this side, or one side at least, you'll see a slot for that pin to engage. And then our dagger board can swing as we need it. I usually use a dagger board in light winds. Most of the time we just leave it swept back, acting like a fin towards the back. The Kayacat will sail upwind just in this position. You can use it more vertical if you have particularly light winds and you want to sail upwind to stop you drifting sideways. When it comes to paddling, I'm just going to take it out. And I'm going to use it as a paddle. I can offset the rudder. I'll show you the rudder handle, which also serves as an end for paddling. For example, if I want to put this into here, I have a long paddle I can use for stand-up paddling, or I can use the shorter section here. For a shorter paddle. When it's not being used as a paddle, it becomes our tiller arm. And one of the blades becomes our rudder. So at any point you can take off both blades and assemble your paddle, or you can paddle with one and keep the rudder in, offset it, paddle one side canoe style. Goes fine. This section of the paddle becomes the support for our sailing rig. And with this strap we can adjust the angle of the mast, or the rake of the mast as some would say. There's our support for our sailing rig. Okay, pieces we're not using, we can just put them in here. The same the other side. If you need to, you can get both pieces in here. If you're not using the dagger board system, secure them in place so they don't fall overboard. Okay, assembling our sailing rig. Here's the mast. You'll see there's a little arrow that should indicate which way the mast is going to open. Try not to let it come out this way. Carefully remove the bungee so it doesn't shoot off. Okay, a little party trick. Then you're going to have to tighten all these joints. Pull them together, give them a twist, nice and tight. Okay, usually I put a piece of tape just above the shoulder if the wind is gusty or if I'm going for a long trip. That way, if the mast is moving a lot or the sail is flapping, you can be sure that the mast is not going to try and contract on itself. Most of the time, it's not an issue, just if it was gusty mostly. Okay, let's put the mast inside the sail, inside the mast tube. A mast foot, we'll slide it into the mast. We take this bungee here, it goes over, this is the right tension, you can adjust it, doesn't want to be too tight, just enough to put some tension and keep the sail in good shape. Okay, there's our sailing rig. Put it in. Okay. So we call this the main sheet, for those who don't know. You can see when we're sailing, it goes around one of these buttons, the sheet buttons. It goes to here. You can lock it off in the cleat. We use this button for when we're going upwind, when we're going to have the sail in tighter. When we're away from the wind, we use the outside button. We can let the sail out. So this is my typical sailing position. I'm going to be about 45 degrees. The wind's coming from behind me. When I change sides, I'm going to release the sheet, move to the opposite side, put the sheet around the appropriate button. If I want to lock it off, I can lock it off. If the wind gets stronger, it's really worth stopping and reducing the sail area. You'll actually perform better because you'll have a better sail shape. Or if you're going out for the first time, you can reduce the sail area like this. For example, if you're going to let a child have a go at sailing, you can reduce it really right down so he isn't overpowered and it's easy to handle. If I'm going to stow the mast, i.e. for paddling, for example, if I've gone too far or I need to get back upwind while I'm on board, I can simply remove the mast foot. Furl the sail around the mast. Just a simple wind around. Tie it off. I can just then stow the sail with the straps on the opposite side. Okay, so now I can either remove my dagger board and paddle, or if I'm not using the dagger board, I can paddle like this with the rudder offset. I'll go in a straight line, I'll go very fast. If I want, I can assemble the whole paddle by removing the rudder blade, putting the paddle together, sit in the middle and paddle normal kayak style. At any point you can stop. If the wind is favorable, you want to use it, reinsert the mast and sail again. Last but not least is the safety leash. You should always wear a safety leash. If you do fall off your boat's not going to get blown downwind away from you. You have a clip each side. This can go around your wrist, around your ankle, anywhere that's connected to your body. Go to your seat harness, anything you like. Okay, always take your hand pump with you. I usually put it in this position. You might want to top up when you're on the water using the front inflation valves. Shouldn't be necessary, but it's there, peace of mind. Okay, these are the zip-on safety pods if you choose to order them from us. they zip on these struts here, and they close on the pocket on the Velcro there when they're not in use. When you inflate them, they become a safety part each side in the center of the craft. If I'm going a long distance, I might use them, or if I want a child to be extra secure. It just means that if you did have a main float failure, which we've never had, you've got these buoyancy pods, keep you stable, you can still paddle okay. But actually, in fact, with a main float failure, when we've deflated a float, you can still paddle because the cross struts at the front, they stop you from rolling. Anyway, you shouldn't have that problem. They're optional. Okay, just going to show you our simple paddle leash. There's a knot on this end. You just go through the ring. You're not going to lose your paddle.